Yo, what's going on, guys? Ron here, aka Neos, and today, guys, I'm very excited to bring to you. As you can see, I have a large announcement. We have opened a MetaFi. This is for anybody that is more in depth into the game than just the YouTube is bringing them, right? I am offering a couple of different services here, and I am also working on a master class, which is the best term that I can call it. Currently, specifically for Elf Note, which is going to be coming out probably should be by the end of the week, which is going to be available to all of y'all, which is going to be covering specifically the Elf Note engine and its capabilities, its power level, how you can best utilize it and maximize your ability to not only play the deck, but what engines you should play with it and maximize there as well. So, very excited to bring this to y'all. I've been working on this for a while now. Not a lot of time given on certain things in my life, but now finally I do have some extra spare time. So as you can see here, this is going to go ahead and bring you straight to the YouTube in case there's anything new content that you all want to watch. And then also here at the bottom, we have currently only 2 sessions available, but I plan on expanding this, which currently will be the replay and then the deck crafting availabilities, right? So obviously here, right, this is pretty self-explanatory, reviewing a replay of y'all's, and then we will be able to talk on Discord. Preferably, you share your screen with me. We can weigh the pros and the cons of your decision making, everything else like that, how the match played out, right? Playing around certain things, and then maybe trying to improve on your general game plan and maybe your sequencing. That way, it can improve your future matches, not only against that specific matchup, but also just in general in the future as well, right? And then on the other side here, we have the deck crafting. This is a ability for me to help y'all basically just build a deck, right? You maybe have a general understanding of what deck you want to build, maybe what engines you want to run, but you're kind of, oh, I don't know if I should side deck this. I don't know if I should put this in the main deck. I don't know if I should even have this engine in here. I don't know what extra deck monsters I should use. Whatever the case might be, right, we're starting from like the ground up, or we already have, something half built and we want to finish it off. Either one of those are available. However, I will add the disclaimer that I do not know every single engine in the game, right? I do have a pretty good understanding of everything that is meta currently and has been meta previously, right? So let's say you want to build a Mitsu Raizio list, right? That is absolutely okay. I played Mitsurugi Raizio since it was released, right? I can help you with that, right? Blue Eyes, I might be a little bit sketchy on, and it's not really a meta deck, which, there will be, extenuating circumstances there. But whatever the case might be, I will try to help out my community as much as possible because I want not only y'all to be better, but it also helps me because let's say you're a Cool Tune player and you're like, I'm playing Cool Tune and I've seen these other people play Cool Tune, but I don't know, I want another opinion. I can certainly help you with that. I've had an extensive amount of time with Cool Tune. I've played the deck myself. I've built the deck. I've altered it to be a board breaker approach. I've altered it to be a hand trap approach. Fun fact, the hand trap approach is better overall. And yeah, so like I said, I can help y'all with whatever the case might be. So like I said, I wanted to bring this to y'all and just show y'all because, it is very important and, something that y'all need to see because like I said, I want y'all to have access to this if y'all so choose. This is by no means and no understanding, a mandatory thing, right? If you want to just watch my YouTube videos, that is absolutely okay. There is a lot of information that I will put on YouTube and when I do start streaming on Twitch, that y'all will be able to have access to. However, I will say though, joining this, you're going to get access to the obviously like it's going to be the lounge pass, which will just give you free access to the gaming lounge, which is obviously the MetaFi, and then there will be other stuff that you can purchase and tiers up where you'll be gaining access to stuff like the master classes and stuff that I don't know if about doing like specifically spreadsheets. I'm not really been a spreadsheet guy, but if it does evolve into that, those will be available to y'all as well for obviously a price. But they will be super super in depth stuff for y'all to cover, and basically with the information given, we will skyrocket you to the potential of whatever you need it to be, right? So that is the plan for this, right? Not only to explore and expand my reach to y'all, but also get into contact with y'all. That way we can talk, get a little bit more, close and, have conversations, whatever. It also improves me as a player, right? Being able to dive not only into my comfort zone, which is for right now, for example, the Elf Note Albaz deck that I'm playing, but for example, diving into other decks, right? Maybe you want to play Pure Power Patron. Maybe you want to play, Cool Tune. Maybe you want to play Doom Z, right? These are all decks that I do have some experience with, but maybe not as in depth as I would like it to be, which, truth be told, is currently the case. So that gives me an opportunity for not only for myself to grow, but for you as well, right? I have a pretty good mind on the game. I've pretty extensive on my knowledge. I am a tier 1 judge, right? I have a tier 1 judge license. So, I have pretty good understanding of how the game works mechanically, and I am also very technical, right? So I prefer hard numbers and math when it comes to the game itself, which is why you see me talk about, like a lot of my previous YouTube videos, the numbers, right? Playing a certain amount, right? Playing certain ratios, not playing so many 3-ups, right? It's all these different factors that are like boiled down to math, right? I'm very in on that, right? Because if the math is sound, theoretically speaking, everything else should be working out very, very well. However, you always have those probabilities that are out of your favor where you're just going to draw 5 hand traps sometimes, right? That's just going to happen. But, as much as we can help it, the math will be there to help us. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. I didn't want to talk about it too much, but like I said, I just wanted to present this to y'all and, give y'all a little bit of background. There's obviously stuff on here that you can read, right? There's like my bio. You can view my profile. Like I said, if you want to schedule any of these, they are available and up at the moment. And yeah, guys, I really do hope that y'all enjoyed. I really do hope that, if y'all are interested, y'all do join. Like I said, to join the membership and just to be in the lounge is free, which means you can talk to me, ask me some pretty generic questions and stuff like that, like you would in the YouTube section of the comments, and I will be able to answer them to y'all. And, like I said, if I think you might benefit from, having a session of whatever sorts, I can recommend that. And if you can't afford it, maybe we can see about working something out where, we can benefit both parties. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope that y'all enjoyed. If y'all would like to, join the Medify. If not, like I said, plenty of content on the YouTube. Please watch it. It is, I put my heart and soul into a lot of this stuff because I do love Yu-Gi-Oh! So thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell down below because it really does help out the channel. It lets you know when I post more content. And I will catch y'all in the next one, guys. Peace.